गुड मॉर्निंग, वेलकम टू वी लर्न में आपका स्वागत है। टॉपिक फॉर टुडेज डिस्कशन इज मैनेजमेंट ऑफ पब्लिक एंटरप्राइजेस। वी आर कवरिंग सेशन 6, गवर्नमेंट पब्लिक इंटरफेसेस। Topics covered are factors affecting government public enterprise interface, nature of interface, ways in which government control is exercised, that is power to appoint the board of directors, prior approval for important matters, government power to issue directives, circulars and office orders issued by the government, reports and returns obtained from public enterprises, need to review government public enterprise interface, principle of government public enterprise interface, reasons for excessive government control, government machinery which interacts with public enterprises. When we talk about the interface between the government and the public enterprises, the government as a owner, it has a very close relationship with its enterprises. It also takes the responsibility of overseeing the work of the public enterprises, and it to a great extent control the operations, because these public enterprises, they become the means of its economic policies. So the problem here is to achieve a right balance between the government control and the autonomy which is to be given to the public enterprises and which is required for managing public enterprises. When we talk about the factors which affect government public enterprise interface, so the interface is basically affected by many factors. The personality of the chief executive of the enterprise जो है उसकी क्या इक्वेशन है concerned ministry से, वो बहुत एक important और determinant factor होता है. What kind of equation he has with the secretary of the ministry, and it is perhaps very very important. Furthermore, it should be noted that within the same environment, कुछ public enterprises, they are able to secure greater autonomy in respect of operating commercially, and which is basically dependent on the personality of the chief executive officer. The second very crucial factor which affect the relationship is the profits which is earned by an enterprise. जो हम profits की बात करते हैं तो जो governments हैं, they are more concerned with units or with the enterprises which are not making profits, which are loss making. Profits or loss ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो they are basically due to the efficiency or inefficiency of the enterprise. So they are not basically dependent on this very factor. Enterprise can make profit क्योंकि वो monopoly nature है, monopoly position है उसकी market में, and it may incur losses क्योंकि government has not allowed it to increase the price of the product or the services it is charging. When we talk about the nature of interface, we can discuss them in two aspects, formal and informal. तो जब भी हम formal interfaces की बात करते हैं, तो these are the parameters of formal relationships, and the way it would operate, they are laid down by Article of Association of the government company and the Acts of Parliament for Statutory Corporation. Informal interface होता है, this is basically exercised through personal communication या फिर through government directors on the board, जो भी directors government के appointed हैं वो, और किस तरह से कर सकते हैं? थ्रू एनी रिटन कम्युनिकेशन विच इन टर्न सजेस्ट कि क्या कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन होना चाहिए, राइट? बट a very important aspect of informal relationship is that the government here exercise much of the authority over its enterprises without accepting its responsibilities and thus the consequences. So they are in a mode of exercising lot of authority, but वो अपने actions की responsibility और उनकी consequence की responsibility नहीं लेना चाहती. There are further three dimensions of government private public interface. तो पहला जो है वो है government as a owner. तो government as a owner जब हम बात करते हैं तो अगर government whenever it interacts with public enterprises it can interact it through as a owner. तो as a owner of most of the public enterprises government supplies the whole or majority of the capital. क्योंकि वो बहुत majority capital वो provide कर रही है, therefore it is very much interested in getting an adequate return on its investment. So it's very basic in nature. When government act as a government, where as a regulator of the economy, the government would like public enterprises to follow various policies, rules and regulations. तो क्या हो सकता है? Policies regarding foreign collaborations, price control or import substitution, any policies. Further, government also act as a lender of funds. Since it acts as a lender of fund, the government as a banker it starts evaluating capital investment proposals or the working capital needs of the public enterprises. All right. We also must understand that in case of private sector, three functions they are often distributed. So the ownership is widely distributed among the public at large. The regulation is with the government and the agencies, and the financer's role is played by the public financial institution. Now there are ways in which government control is exercised. First, power to appoint the board of directors. When we say power to appoint the board of directors, the government is the sole or the majority owner of the public enterprise, क्योंकि उसमें majority capital उसने invest किया है. It has the power to appoint the board of directors. But however, there are situations or the exercise of this power has not often been in the best of interest of public enterprises. तो जो main problems हो जाती हैं कभी कभी वो होता है delay in the filing of board level vacancies. Alright. Second is presence of too many officials on the board who tend to bureaucratize decision making. And lastly, inadequate part-time professional experts on the board. क्योंकि पार्ट टाइम प्रोफेशनल्स की इनएडिक्वेसी है, दे आर नॉट देयर इन द रिक्वायर्ड नंबर, तो वहां पे इनएडिक्वेसी हो जाती है. द प्रॉब्लम अराइजेस देयर. दूसरा है प्रायर अप्रूवल फॉर इंपॉर्टेंट मैटर्स. सो गवर्नमेंट एज ओनर इट हैज रिजर्व्ड मेनी मैटर्स टू इटसेल्फ on which the decisions can be taken only after the approval of the government. Since these matters they are listed in the article of association when we are talking about government companies and in the acts या फिर rules जो बनाए गए हैं statutory corporations के अंदर, alright, there are certain important matters जिनके लिए prior approval is generally required. तो पहला जो होता है वो है capital expenditure जो कि लिमिट्स के बियॉन्ड हो जाता है. इन मोस्ट ऑफ द पब्लिक एंटरप्राइजेस, अगर हम एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू वी ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन, most of the public enterprises they can take an investment decision up to 20 crores at a time, but to have it must have a government's approval if they want to go beyond that amount. Another is formation of a subsidiary company. अगर कभी भी पब्लिक एंटरप्राइज को सब्सिडरी कंपनी बनानी है, इट मस्ट टेक अ प्रायर अप्रूवल ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. फिर आता है मेकिंग ऑफ रूल्स गवर्निंग द कंडीशंस ऑफ द सर्विस ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज प्रोविडेंट फंड एंड टू क्रिएट रिजर्व्स एंड स्पेशल फंड्स. कोई भी रूल बनाना है एम्प्लॉय के पीएफ से रिलेटेड, उसके लिए उसको गवर्नमेंट की अप्रूवल की बहुत जरूरत होती है. देन अगर एम्प्लॉय को किसी प्रॉफिट में कमीशन देना है, profits which are earned on the business of the enterprise, and if the public enterprise wants to make employee a part of the profit in terms of commission, तो उसको जरूरी है कि वो गवर्नमेंट एंटरप्राइजेस की अप्रूवल ले. फिर होता है द प्लान्स ऑफ द डेवलपमेंट एंड कैपिटल बजट ऑफ द एंटरप्राइज एंड ऑल्सो द रेवेन्यू बजट. इफ देयर इज एन एलिमेंट ऑफ डेफिसिट इन इट which is proposed to be met by the government. अब हम बात करेंगे गवर्नमेंट्स पावर टू इशू डायरेक्टिव्स. तो गवर्नमेंट हैज अ राइट टू इशू डायरेक्टिव्स टू पब्लिक एंटरप्राइजेस इन रिगार्ड ऑफ देयर अफेयर्स एंड द एंटरप्राइज आर बाउंड टू कंप्लाई विद देम. तो गवर्नमेंट एंटरप्राइज को ये राइट दिया गया है कि वो डायरेक्टिव्स इशू कर दें विद रिगार्ड टू what kind of activities they are undertaking. और जो public enterprises हैं, they are bound by the rules to follow to comply with the directives which are issued by the government. There are two basic directives can be either general or specific. तो अगर हम बात करें डायरेक्टिव्स की, जैसा एक एग्जांपल है रिजर्वेशंस ऑफ पोस्ट फॉर शेड्यूल्ड कास्ट एंड ट्राइब्स. तो अगर गवर्नमेंट ने डायरेक्टिव इशू करा है, इट इज अ जनरल डायरेक्टिव कि आपको अपनी कंपनी में, अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू हैव अ रिजर्व सीट फॉर द SC/ST, then the company enterprise is bound to have it. Another example of such cases for ex-servicemen and dependent of those killed in action. पुराने सर्विसमैन जो किस काम करते हुए दे आर नो मोर, द डिपेंडेंट्स ऑफ दीज सर्विसमैन, राइट, दे आर बाउंड टू गेट वर्क. तो उसमें क्या होता है, गवर्नमेंट अपने डायरेक्टिव्स इशू करते हैं उनकी एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए. सर्कुलर्स एंड ऑफिस ऑर्डर्स इशूड बाय द गवर्नमेंट. सो गवर्नमेंट public enterprise relationship, they are also regulated through circulars which are issued by the Department of Public Enterprises, and they are also issued by some ministries and departments from time to time. These circulars, इनकी कोई legal sanctity नहीं होती, but they act as a formal expression of the wish of the owner. Owner means the government. So moreover, there are government directors on the board which often insist on compliance of these circulars. अगर हम बात करें तो there are few examples which are covered under the circulars. पहला example है avoidance of retrenchment of labor when computers was introduced. तो ये सिनारियो था जब कंप्यूटर इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ तो गवर्नमेंट ने, ओनर ने सर्कुलर पास करा कि आप लेबर्स को रिट्रेंच नहीं कर सकते. तो हमें वो सिचुएशन अवॉइड करनी थी. There were cases where circulars were issued regarding policy wage revision, which was a formal communication. There were cases of public enterprises who do not present costly gifts to their board members at the annual general meeting of the company. There were details of voluntary retirement schemes which were adopted by public enterprises. Furthermore, delegation of powers regarding capital expenditure, also instructions to public enterprises to effect economy in provision of residential telephones में भी circulars issue किए जाते हैं. अगर हम बात करें what is the need to review government public enterprise interface, the economic or administrative रिफॉर्म कमीशन जो चेयरमैन LK झा के ने प्रपोज किया था, they were of the view that there should be a radical re-examination of the nature of government relationship with private public enterprises. उनका ये कहना था कि जो इन दोनों का रिलेशनशिप है गवर्नमेंट और पब्लिक एंटरप्राइजेस का, इनमें एक रेडिकल री एग्जामिनेशन होना चाहिए. An examination, a re-examination is required in a very radical manner. तो here the concept of administrative control, उसको बहुत thoroughly consider करना चाहिए. पब्लिक एंटरप्राइजेस जो हैं उनको मिनिस्टर से थोड़ा दूर रखना चाहिए, मिनिस्ट्री अफेयर्स से थोड़ा दूर रखना चाहिए. और जो मिनिस्टर्स हैं दे शुड बी कन्फाइंड टू periodical review of all the objectives. Here the constant stream of instructions or questions, request for informations or telephone calls should be drastically curtailed. Furthermore, क्या होना चाहिए कि एक detailed supervision जितने भी operational matters के हैं वो खत्म कर देने चाहिए. Right? Public enterprises should be distant from the ministers as we have discussed. One of the main ways to meet this kind of a situation is the institution of memorandum of understanding. However, it should be noted that it is yet to be seen how far the MOU is able to streamline the government PE interface. जब हम principles of government public interfaces when we talk about, so the ideal way in which government should interact with its enterprises is difficult to achieve, alright, but there should be attempts made with all the sincerity and sincereness. This ideal way is summed up in the following principles that we are about to study. Pehla principle, what it states that the government should be concerned with securing the public enterprises operate in the public interest. कि अगर गवर्नमेंट ये इंश्योर कर देती है दैट पब्लिक एंटरप्राइजेस पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट के लिए काम करें देन द पर्पस इज फुलफिल्ड. और इसी के लिए एक ब्रॉडर पॉलिसीज का होना बहुत जरूरी है. जो ब्रॉडर पॉलिसीज हैं दे मस्ट इंक्लूड द फाइनेंशियल एंड इकोनॉमिक ऑब्लिगेशंस. The second, it states that the government should seek to ensure the efficiency of public enterprises. And how it seeks to ensure the efficiency? By broad oversight over them. Broadly उसको supervise करने के लिए. And it should not become involved in the management. Management and their supervision, they should be different. दोनों में कोई confusion और duplication नहीं होना चाहिए. Public enterprises should be left as free as possible to carry out the policies which are required of them as efficiently as possible. Secondly, the fourth point is there should be a clear demarcation between the responsibility. एक clear distinction होना चाहिए कि गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट का क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है और पब्लिक एंटरप्राइजेस की क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. Furthermore, the methods of government control, ये बहुत strategic होना चाहिए. It should not be of tactical rather than practical nature. तो when public enterprises, when they have clearer ideas कि government क्या चाहती है उनसे, right? So the operations become more smoother. When we say the nature of government control need not be fully formal, तो बात करते हैं इनफॉर्मेलिटी की तो वो थोड़ी डेंजरस होती है. इनफॉर्मल रिलेशंस भी अवॉइड करना मुश्किल होते हैं बट यस इट इज़ वेरी बेनिफिशियल ऑल्सो. तो एक फॉर्मल चैनल से हटकर अगर थोड़ा हम इनफॉर्मल रिलेशंस में जाएं तो प्रॉबेबली द मेथड्स ऑफ अचीविंग द गोल्स बिकम मोर इजियर. Seventh, it states that the government and public enterprises should be publicly accountable. मतलब क्या हुआ इसका कि they both should be responsible for their actions. सक्सेस क्या क्या है उनका और फेलियर्स क्या है, which should be publicly identifiable. फिर है the measures of management should not be purely commercial, successful or social achievement. बट उनका क्या होना चाहिए, इट शुड बी सफिशिएंट विद द एंटरप्राइज टू कैरी आउट द जॉइंट कमर्शियल और सोशल ड्यूटीज गिवन टू देम. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए या पूरा का पूरा उनकी अटेंशन या तो कमर्शियल सक्सेस के ऊपर है या फिर सोशल अचीवमेंट के ऊपर है. देयर कोलैबोरेशन शुड बी जॉइंट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू बोथ ऑफ देम. When we talk about reasons for excessive government control, तो there are main reasons why government has not been able to maintain the requisite distance from its enterprise. तो पहला जो reason है कि क्यों government है अपने public enterprises से distance maintain नहीं कर पाई है, वो पहला reason है public enterprises they are often centers of large power and authority. जब भी कोई पब्लिक एंटरप्राइज बनती है वो एक ऐसा सेंटर पॉइंट बन जाता है जहां पे बहुत ऑटोनॉमी है, जहां पे बहुत अथॉरिटी और पावर है. सिंस इट हैज लॉट ऑफ अथॉरिटी एंड पावर, गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट एबल टू डिस्टेंस इटसेल्फ फ्रॉम द एंटरप्राइजेस. The second is the socio-political content of their operations are high in many cases. These enterprises they have their activities which have lot of content with respect to social and political aspects. तो फिर डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है गवर्नमेंट के लिए अपने आप को साइडलाइन करने के लिए. Another is public enterprises, they are very important and useful instrument of public policy. When we talk about this point, the government therefore finds it very difficult to keep itself away from the public enterprises. Public enterprises, however, they greatly suffer in the process and get damned when they fail to show results in competition with the private sector. Government machinery which interacts with public enterprises. So in context of the government public interface, अगर हम उसकी बात करते हैं तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी हो जाता है कि हम अप्रिशिएट करें गवर्नमेंट मशीनरीज की. वो कौन सी मशीनरीज हैं जो पब्लिक एंटरप्राइजेस के साथ दे आर इन अ कंटिन्यूअस interactions. So these are important machineries, these are certain important organs of this machinery. जो पहला है वो है administrative machinery, ministry. तो हर एक जो एंटरप्राइज है वो कोई ना कोई मिनिस्ट्री या डिपार्टमेंट के साथ अटैच्ड है. जैसे हम एग्जाम्पल है डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ सिविल एविएशन है, इट इज एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडियन एयरलाइंस, राइट. या डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ स्टील की बात करें तो इट इज द एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फॉर सेल्स. तो दे आर अटैच्ड. अगर हम डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पब्लिक एंटरप्राइजेस की बात करें जैसे डीपी ही, सो इट इज the coordinating agency for all the central government public enterprises, and it was set up in the year 1965 as a Ministry of Finance. Alright, and later on in the year 1985 it was transferred to Ministry of Industry. अगर हम Ministry of Finance की बात करते हैं, so wherever and whenever public enterprises they have to get funds for meeting their losses or for any expansion purposes या फिर growth की बात करें, here the Ministry of Finance it comes into the picture. And for all the proposals उसके लिए भी विजिलेंस एजेंसीज जो होती हैं दे आर सीबीआई की बात करते हैं, सेंट्रल ब्यूरो ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेशन, या सीवीसी की बात करें, सेंट्रल Vigilance Commission. So they are also in regular contact with public enterprises where employees they have been charged with corruption. There are other ministries and departments when we talk about. So these ministries and these public enterprises they have to continuously interact with Planning Commission. If their expenditure proposals are not included in the plant estimates, Labor Ministry they come into the picture in regard to labor policies or wages and incentives. Home Ministry की बात करें तो वो concerned होती है reservations of various categories या फिर vigilance और industrial security की. Two exercises that you guys need to do are, What are the factors affecting government-public interfaces? And what are the reasons for excessive government control? Thank you and have a nice day. Keep learning and relearning.